Hey, I'm here with two pop-ups. Can't wait to show them to you. I'm Cadence Kidwell, proprietress here at Fuzzy Goat in Thomasville, Georgia. You can see all that I'm talking about at fuzzygoatyarns.com, and you can also text us at 229-236-GOAT. I am wearing Build Those Bridges. I think that that's an appropriate message for everybody. And I love this shawl. I have to say that I did write the pattern. I haven't written very many. My friends, Sarah and Janet, fellow yarn shop owners, have encouraged me through our good vibes. And so this is Build Those Bridges. And I just thought that was a message that we all needed. And I got so excited about it that I'm going to be showing you some DK yarn from our pop-up, and the pattern will be free when you buy 2 skeins to make it. So I'll tell you more about that as we get going in there. The 2 pop-ups that we have really just embody what drives Fuzzy Goat. We have Atenti Bags that I will show you over here. Look how sweet that is. And that's a mother-daughter team, truly girl-made bags. And then we have another is Dye Mad Yarns. This is brand new yarn for us. It's an LGBTQ team of Ashley and Kelley, and they are in our second and now our third Y'all Means All box. We just launched our third one, and they are from Ohio. So their yarns are super fun, quirky. They say they really tap into the absurd in the Midwest, whether it's the landmarks, the food, all of that. And so I love that. My mother's from Iowa, so I have a really Midwestern sense of humor, as well as my dearest friend, Elizabeth, is also a Midwesterner. So let's get to the yarn. Ashley and Kelley, Dye Mad Yarns, sent us 2 bases, fingering and DK. So let me show you the fingering first. And right before I went live, I also want to say that when you buy a single skein as many skeins as you want, really, we want to really support our LGBTQ makers. When you buy a single, even just 1 skein of Dye Mad fingering, and you put in your notes, I want the Stay High pattern, I will send you my Stay High pattern as well. Which you can do in 1 skein, because that's also a message we need right now, is to stay high, take the high road. So let's show you some of these beautiful yarns. I mean, I'm just over here by the table, and Melissa has gathered up some for me, but this one here is definitely calling my name. Oh my gosh, right? This is my color all day long. This one is called, oh my gosh, okay. Kelly, I can't quite read this handwriting here. Manson, not really sure, but I'm going to figure it out because I love that color. This orange with these speckles in it and stuff like that. Hand dyed in Ohio. Whoops, yarn overboard. This one's really beautiful too. People who've come in the shop have got this. So I think we've only got 2 of these left. This is Justice. And also from each one that I'm showing you, they've only sent us 3, and in a few cases 4. So not tons of it. And, we just love to use our opportunities to do good whenever we can. So this one is the Hermit. So look at that. That one's really beautiful. This solid burgundy here is Garnet, which is always popular, being so close to FSU. So anything that's a good garnet color is great. So we have solids, we have speckles. We have this one here is the Hierophant. Look at that. Oh, Lana, that's great that they're right down the road from you. Oh, I didn't say how many yards, Nancy. Thank you for asking. They are, how many yards? 437 yards, 25% superwash merino, 25% nylon. So great for socks. Hey, Betty, thanks for watching. And this one here is called Chariot. And the other ones that are super fun is there's like all the Great Lakes. This one here is Lake Huron. Whoops, this one here. And this one here is Lake Superior. It's also called, the fingering is called Chester because it's named after their concrete goose, which they named Chester. I just love everything just a little whimsical and not quite sensical, right? So let's just see if I can kind of turn it a little bit and you can just see how beautiful all this is. Melissa's basket's lovely, but then so is this one here, which is, okay. So my husband, Mike, particularly loves this one because he loves this song. This is, Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Why he loves that sad, sad song, I have no idea. And yes, Nancy, that is a very good, respectable yardage here. This has a lot of colors in it. That would be very pretty and stay high. And so if you want to support our Dye Mad makers, you can get a single skein and ask in your notes for the free pattern, and I'll send that to you. Melissa has also gathered up some other patterns for us. And we have those links in the yarn page. Let's see if I can get my fingers to work here. This one here is called Lefelfette SHawl. You would need 2 skeins for this because it is 525 yards. We do have some other mega yards skeins that would be really pretty in this, but this is just a really great shawl and a shape and all of that. So I'm really glad and tickled that she found it. This one here is the Stripy shawl. So you could do it with 1 skein, but if you wanted to stripe it, it would. So Rita, the cherry shawl crocheted, yes, you could absolutely use this yarn. You would need two skeins for that one. So the simply stripy cowl would work great. You would need 2 skeins, but then you could make 2 because you could just divide it in half. And Melissa is always going to find us a garment. And so she found us the Rockhound Vest. And if you're still with me at the end, I'm going to have something to tell you about how my vest is going and a workaround that I've always have to have a workaround. And this, I just love all this pattern on there. So those are some patterns for the fingering. I'm going to have to show you some other yarns though, some colors. This one here is called Fireflies. Isn't that perfect? It looks just like the night sky and then the little fireflies. I have not seen fireflies in a while. Before I opened the store, we kind of lived out in the country and I saw them much more frequently. But now we live in town and near the store and I don't get to see the fireflies. This would make a great Christmas something. It's got red, it's got white, it's got a little bit of green, but it wouldn't scream Christmas because it's also got some purples in there. And this is Imbolc, IMBOLC. So it will also be fun to look up what all these mean. Oh, look here. This one's got my name written all over it too. Samhain, SAMHAIN. That's kind of a witchy thing. And then we have horoscopes. There's a Sagittarius in here somewhere. I'm a Sagittarius, so I particularly love that. Maybe I'll see that when we come over to the, but let me over to the DK. But see, here's our Great Lakes Tower. So we have that. And I've got something fun to show you when we get to the DK in respect to the Great Lakes. Okay, so here, let's bring you over a little bit closer. Oh, I can show you this too, because there's a mini set and fingering and DK. I know that the plastic makes a little glare of all the Great Lakes. So if you wanted to just collect them and have a mini set, we have those too, and the fingering and the DK. So that's a lot of fun. All right, let's look at some of these DK because I thought of this one pattern, particularly in relation to the comfort, to the Great Lakes, is you could get the Great Lakes together and you could do the comfort fade cardi. Wouldn't that be fun? And because we don't have sweater quantities, we only have 3 and in few cases 4, but I think with the DK, it's all 3. Although if you're going to do a ranunculus, you could probably do that with 3 skeins. Because there's not like, lots and lots of the same color, you're going to want to look for either color work or a fade or something like that. And I think the Comfort Fade Cardi, which uses 4 colors, but we've got 5 in here from the Great Lakes. So you could choose. I think that would just be so much fun to do that. So again, Ashley and Kelley are LGBTQ makers in Ohio. And so we just love supporting them. We found them to put them in our y'all box. And we just launched a 3rd edition, even though our 2nd hasn't gone out yet, because we just thought that community needed a little bit of support from us, and we are happy to do it. This is the garden cardigan, which is also, you could do this in DK or lace and a fingering held together. So that would be really beautiful. And let's look at some of those colors. Look at this one here is American Neon. So lots of neon colors in there with a dark brown. This is the, ooh, I love this one too. I was showing this to Madeline because Madeline is our pink girl with just a little bit of sometimes neutrals in there. And so this one is Gift of Life. That would be really pretty. So let's put some 2 skeins together and see how that goes for Build Those Bridges. Because when you buy 2 skeins and you put in your note that you'd like the Build Those Bridges pattern, I'm happy to share that with you because that's also a message. Let me get this back a little bit that we need going on right now. So let's see. I'm going to pick some of my favorites here. I would actually put these 2 together because you want some contrast so that the little dots show up. One was solid and then one is more speckled than the other. Where's my end to it too? Here we go. Here's the end so you can see the speckles in there. And the pattern is written such that if you get off track in here, there's like a solution, because you know me, I'm all about the good enough. There's a solution written into the pattern as to what to do if you get off track. So this is Topaz, a beautiful golden yellow, and this is Justice because there's a little bit of the yellow in there. But maybe that's just a little bit too different for you guys. Let's see. Or this one is No, Yeah, which, yes, Midwesterners say that a lot, and it always confuses me. It's the no and then the yeah. And I'm like, okay, which part was that? Was that a no, yeah? Or, I mean, is that a no or a yeah? So this one is No, Yeah. And you could put that with some of the other Great Lakes, or you could put that with the Hermit. And that would be really lovely and soothing. But let's pair something with that garnet. Here's garnet. And you could do garnet and you could do Mothman, which is a gray with some burgundy in it. But see, not quite the same color so that they would still show up when you put them next to each other. Or you could do something more dramatic and do garnet next to Montana Kudo corn, which is a white with some really nice indigo in there. And I'm not going to say white, kind of more of a cream in there. Oh, look, I haven't shown you this one here. This one is really beautiful. We sold one of these yesterday. This is Easter egg radish. And if you've ever looked up what an Easter egg radish looks like, it looks just like this. These colors in here are really pretty. And so you could use this absolutely on your own. And I do have another 1 skein pattern that we will link to there. But let's see if you wanted to put that with something. I would put that with, let's see, I'm looking at, I think I might put that with Mothman and put those 2 together. I think they would still work even though this isn't completely a solid. So just really squishy. I forgot to tell you the yardage. Yes, you could do a scarf with 2 skeins. Yes, absolutely, Nancy. This is 246 yards of 100% superwash merino, hand dyed in Ohio. So we're really tickled to have the Dymad yarns in the shop, and we've got the fingering and the DK. So let's come over here now and look at our Atenti, our girl-made bags. Going, oh, wait, no, too soon. I forgot. We have some other patterns that Melissa pulled for the DK. We have this one here, which is the weekend hat, meaning that you could do that in a weekend. Depending on the size, you could do it in 1 skein. The adult large is 299, and so the skein would be short. But you could use another yarn for the brim in there if you like, if you were needing to make that size. And then the Livia shawl, you would need several for that one, but it is really pretty. So that would be really lovely in these yarns also. Thank you, Melissa. Though I have to say, I think my favorite would be the Comfort Fade Cardi. And we could put together other colors over here for that too. Like, all right, I'm just going to grab some different ones. So I showed you the Great Lakes, but you could do something really fun with, Mabon, M-A-B-O-N. That's the name of this color. Gift of Life, Justice. And then maybe you want to throw in Lake Erie. That would be really fun and be similar to the photo, but I think a little more fun because you've got those other colors in there. And gosh, I would wear that all day long, and it would make me so happy to wear because it's a happy color. And then it would make me happy knowing that I was supporting a community that needs some support. So, okay, let's go look at the bags now. Now we're going to look at our Atenti pop-up. This is super fun. These will be pre-orders, and they will come to you in mid-December. So the great thing is you don't have to think like, oh my gosh, there's just one of those. There's not just one of these. It's a great way to see a wide range. I'm going to show you those handmade by mother-daughter team Andrea and Giannia, and they're made in the U.S. for over 30 years. But they get their materials sourced throughout the world because they just have beautiful ones. And a super popular one here. This one is called the Bonnie. It is based off an old TWA flight bag. If you're of a certain age, you may know what I'm talking about. Not only am I of that certain age, my mom was a stewardess, and they were called stewardesses then. She was not a flight attendant. She was a stewardess. And so we did actually have some TWA flight bags in my house. So this has the classic Atenti lining. All of these do, except when it's super fun, and I'll show you those, which is a light color, which I love, a nylon that kind of, if you can hear the sound there. So it is somewhat water repellent, both coming and going. A zippered bag, pocket inside, and my mom would be thrilled with the feet on the bottom. But all these other details and the straps long enough that you could put it on your shoulder. Isn't that fun? What's great about Atenti bags is they are made for knitters, but they don't scream knitting at all. So I want to show you, I'm going to show you lots of them here. This one here is a super beautiful one. This is the Pioneer in the Flora fabric. Now the Flora, we have a Flora bag right now in the shop in stock. This is embroidered. It's not printed on there. And it's on both sides. We get asked that sometimes. Like, surely that can't be on both sides. All important feet, the light color. But then what's really fun about this Pioneer style is this. that metal click, like my grandma's handbag. That's just so fun. Okay, I'll stop entertaining myself with that. This is the Hope basket. This is curly. Isn't that fun? It's so curly. So it is light, but the top part here is dark. And what's great about these Hope baskets is that you can, and this is you can fold them over like that and have them sit next to you. And there's pockets inside as well, several different ones in there. But then when you want to take it with you, you can get it so that a little taller so that things won't go flying around in there. And if you love that curly, but you want a different style, we have this in the Buddy bag, the gray curly, and it also comes with a strap. So you can use that as a crossbody or throw it over your shoulder. And this gray curly and the all-important feet. So the curly is not actually on the bottom. It is on the bottom of this one. But on the Buddy bag, it is not. So let's show you some more big ones, and I'll get to some of the other sizes. Oh, here's another one. Here's another Buddy bag. This one's called Eclipse. Isn't that stunning? So these are pre-order bags. You'll tell us what you like. It doesn't matter if 40 of you want this one. We can order 40 of them. and then we will send the order in and they will ship in mid-December. All right, what's another big one that I have? Oh, this super big one here. This is the biggest one we got. This is the overnighter. Look at that. Okay, I'm making the dimensions, the perspective be a little bit bigger than it really is, but it's a big bag, and we have the dimensions online. This is a houndstooth trim here, and this is like that gray curly, but not nearly as curly. It's much flatter in there, and it's got a zippered pocket, some big pockets. I always love a light colored inside, and then it zips up too. So yes, all the knitting you would need for overnight, right? You would need another suitcase for your clothes, because this is the knitting I'm going to need for the overnight. Let's look at some of these other bags. Oh, this one, I love this style here. Oops, bag overboard. This is called the caddy, and it's the tall caddy. We have a tall caddy and a regular caddy, and I'll show you them both. The tall caddy, here's the handle, and it's got pockets all the way around, and some and pockets inside. And this is really genius. It doesn't zip, but this little loop here is how the handle goes, and then you can carry it somewhat closed up. Just throw it over your wrist. And like the Hope basket, it's just really great and portable. And so we have that in the tiger, very popular tiger. This one is wildflower, I believe. Yes, wildflower. Also embroidered on there. I mean, so much work to go into these fabrics. And then this one here is called Incense. Really beautiful. And I love how it has the leopard right on the inside. Now, so that's the tall caddy. Here's the regular caddy. So a little bit shorter. Hey, Harriet, thank you for complimenting my shawl. It's Build Those Bridges. This is the this is the caddy. This is the tall caddy. So you could, and we've got the dimensions online. Same super fun little loopy thing here when you want to grab it and go, so that it kind of pulls it closed a little bit, but pockets all around the outside. This is the Zen fabric. And we have the caddy that you can pre-order in Zen. This one is Florence, also beautiful. It is not embroidered. It is printed, just so you would know that little detail. And then this one being a Floridian, I love this one here. This one is called Paradise, also a printed fabric on there, but it's got this really fun ticking on the inside. And then further down is the light colored also. So that one is Paradise, and that's the caddy. And oh, my very favorite of the whole collection is the caddy in red cowgirl. How fun is that? And then the inside, the top inside is a little bit of this cow fabric. And yeah, it's like that laminate here. So that shiny stuff that you're seeing is truly that way. Isn't that fun? I enjoy that fabric a lot. But maybe you don't want a bigger bag, but you wanted something smaller. They have they have the tall tulle pouch kit. This is in Wildflower, the embroidered, or just the tulle pouch, which is shorter. See, just as wide, but shorter. And this one is in Zen, which is also embroidered. I forgot to mention that. I love that little detail. And we have the tulle pouch in Zen and the tiger. We have the tall tulle pouch in the Wildflower, the Lily, which is also embroidered in lots of different stitches, and the Paradise. So I believe I have shown you those that we have. So they're pre-orders, so that you don't need to worry about us running out. We do only have this for 2 weeks though. And then we can get you what you ordered. If you really have your heart set on a different fabric for the bag, let us know and we can make inquiries on your behalf. But that's what we're doing with our Atenti pop-up, and we can't wait to see which ones you really love the most also. So thank you so much for watching. But before you go, I want to tell you about my current project. Let me come over here and get it, because I was doing something with it last night and I thought, oh, I need to tell you guys this. Oh yes, I am wearing the wooden flower pin. We have some in stock right now, Nancy. And I'll link to that when I'm done. So I have been working on my Virginia top by Joji Locatelli. It's a vest. Super excited about it now. I have finished my front and I'm not my front. I have joined both of my fronts. Joined both of my fronts, and I still have my back. And it was time, according to the pattern, to join under the arms and get going. This probably is a big enough armhole. I purposefully chose this color because of some certain things I want to wear over it. And I don't know where I got the thought process, but it was like, I ought to see what that armhole depth is. And I'm really glad I did, because I would have been very disappointed. I would have done all this work and it would have not gone over the top and the dress that I had in mind, because they had deeper armholes, and then that just would have been all weird. So what I should have done is figured that out ahead of time and done my armhole increases more gradually. But I did not, and I am not going back. But I am going to make it big enough and deep enough. So I do have this funny thing going on here, if you can see. I have my armhole coming this way, and then coming, now I'm adding my 2 inches that I'm going to need to fit over that dress. I didn't want to keep adding increases to make it bigger, because I didn't want to make the whole thing bigger. So I've got this funny little thing going on here, and then I've got it like another inch to go, and then I'm gonna join. I even drew it out as Melissa and I were talking about it. This was our wrapping tissue. So this is what my armhole is going to look like. It's going to have this funny little thing in there. But now that I'm actually working it, what I think when I go to pick up my stitches for my ribbing, or even before then, I can just take this little jog that I got going here and just maybe tuck it in a little bit, just tack it down and keep going. Yes, the yarn is beautiful. I love the stitch definition. It's a lot like knitting a shawl, which I haven't done in a hot minute, because it's got this leafy detail with the little bobbles and the little cables and the twisted stitches. So I'm getting all that shawl feeling, but it'll be a great vest for me to wear. And because I thought about my armhole depth and I'm going to be wearing it over something, I had the fortitude, divine inspiration, to go and measure that before I did it. So that's that little lesson on my vest, and how yet again I'm making changes, and it'll be good enough, because it's going to be under my arm. Who's going to be looking? It's all going to work out fine. But I'll keep you posted. I'll keep showing you as you go, because you may go, that is not working out. And I know you'll tell me. I love that. But I believe, Rita and Nancy, it's going to be beautiful, because the color's beautiful. The stitches are great. Who's going to be looking under my arms? I'm not going back. There's a lot of bobbles and cables in there. I'm not going back. I hope you take advantage of our Atenti pop-up. I hope you take advantage of our free pattern for Dye Mad yarns for the fingering and the DK. We've got that linked up at the top, and I'm going to go put more links up, including the link for my flower pin, and just go out in the world and build those bridges. That's what our world needs. Thank you.